Desdemona, Feminism and Rememory. The original play Othello, Desdemona was originally a character in this play written by Shakespeare. She is a beautiful woman who disappoints her father because she gets with a man who is several years older than her. The play was originally published to be a remake of the book Un Capitano Amor written by Cintio in 1565. Shakespeare was believed to have written the original play in 1603. In 2011, Toni Morrison rewrote the play and added her own twist to it and named it Desdemona. I believe Toni Morrison uses feminist history to rewrite the play Desdemona and also incorporates rememory into the play Desdemona. Toni Morrison gives the book a twist and blends music and lyrics of Shakespeare. The themes from Shakespeare have to do with love in the world, and she extends songs to show this connection. Feministic history is defined as the rewritten history in a woman's perspective. It also can focus on the roles of women in these historical events. Feminism, which is a lot similar to this, is rights on the grounds of political, social, economic equality to men. Is not a recollection of things, but meaning of a certain past event. Rememory is intersubjective and subjective. Intersubjective meaning that it exists between conscious minds or shared by more than one conscious mind. Subjective meaning it was based on personal feelings by one. It can also be the understanding of time. Rememory will make things from a past be reconfigured and make a narrative itself, which shifts from present time and things from the past in different perspectives. One little thing, a little detail can pop up in a person's head and remind them of a part of their lives. In these pictures, we can see that these people are enjoying themselves, therefore creating a rememory for ourselves. Feminism today can be looked at negatively and positively. Some look at it as an idea of creating empowerment in the female sex, and some see it as women segregating themselves or viewing the female sex as better. According to Oxford English Dictionary, feminism is defined as advocacy of the rights of women based on the theory of equality of the sexes. The rise of feminism is rooted directly to the fight for women's rights in the 1920s and has continued to grow and drive women to reach total equality for their gender. This is an example of the first wave of feminism that occurred. Even though the term feminism was not used until the 1920s, women had been struggling to let out their inner voices for centuries before. A perfect example of that inner struggle is displayed in Toni Morrison's play Desdemona. She gives insight to a female character's thoughts from Shakespeare's play Othello. In most of Shakespeare's literature, the ideal woman was portrayed as silent and acted as a supporting role for the male characters. Desdemona was Shakespeare's ideal creation. In Desdemona, Toni Morrison creates a world where women are free to have their own opinions and freedom to speak up, while giving a wider perspective on lingering mysteries of a play written centuries ago. In 1603, when Othello was written, men made the rules and women were meant to follow them. Women's inner dreams, hopes, opinions, or anything that gave them an ounce of power were restricted and to keep hidden away. In Desdemona, you see her character endlessly trying to avoid her societal duties, which come across as stupidity and reckless behavior. Toni Morrison ties this theory of rememory into her book Beloved and explains what rememory is and how it is unified. Thus, in Beloved, the African-American story remains a story in bits and pieces, not a unifying memory, but that stops of a memory. A reconstruction of a story that cannot be completely narrated, a story that instead makes visible to erasure the forgetting and disremembering. They have a movie on the book Beloved by Toni Morrison.
Let the children come.
Someday you be walking down the road and you hear something or see something going on, so clear and you think it's you thinking it up, a thoughtful picture, but no, it's when you bump into a rememory that belongs to somebody else.
What might your name be?
V-E-L-O
leave me? Oh, baby, no. Now you come back. And baby, I ain't gonna never let you go.